The moment we've been all waiting for, it's gold medal moment, and Team Canada will face Japan in this historical game, and Canada will try to win their first gold medal at Canada Cup in their 9th edition. So far, so good. Canada came out of the round-robin tournament with 5 wins, 0 loss. So they are undefeated, and they actually won against Japan 53-49 last night. So they have lots of confidence coming in this tournament. Japan is the defending world champion. They came second here in 2018 at the last Canada Cup. They won also bronze at the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games and another bronze at home last summer at the Tokyo Paralympic Games. Alors, c'est le moment qu'on attendait tant, le match de la médaille d'or, et le Canada tentera de remporter sa première médaille d'or à la Coupe Canada à la 9e édition. Les Américains ont remporté 6 victoires dans les 8 premières éditions, les Australiens 2, et le Canada a terminé 3 fois en 2e position. En 2010, 2012, 2014, c'était la médaille d'argent et ils sont de retour au match de la médaille d'or. Et jusqu'à présent, ça, de bon augure, le Canada a remporté son match dans le tournoi préliminaire contre le Japon, 53-49. Alors la confiance, elle est haute, il faut maintenir la même stratégie, il faut minimiser les revirements et le Canada aura potentiellement la chance de remporter la médaille d'or. So we will go to the court for the first quarter. It's Canada against Japan for gold medal here at Canada Cup at the Richmond Olympic Oval.
Exchange pleasantries before getting underway here. Ikazaki and Rodriguez for the tip-off here for first possession. And Japan wins it. Here's Shimakawa getting around his man. Medell looking to shut him off. Get some contact, but Japan does convert 7 seconds into this one.
Already a much better start for Team Japan today than they did yesterday. Nobody from...
And back they come now. Canada off the inbound. Morale accelerating. He's got a route to the goal here, and he's going to take it as he was uncontested. Perhaps a miscue by Japan on the defensive end on that one.
Yeah, reasonably easy goal for Canada there after a short delay, getting an inbounder to get the ball in for them.
EK now working it out for Japan, directing traffic. Medell trying to shut him off. He palms it with one hand, now gets a pick there and is able to send it away. Here's Shimakawa. Shimakawa takes contact there, but is able to take it in.
Back-to-back goals for Shimakawa to start this game.
And Medell back the other way off the inbound. Now Medell accelerating, getting away from a couple checks, fakes one, comes out wide, throws it to Caldwell. He was able to escape a check there of Kirahashi. Now he has the ball, but he's reached in by 2 Japanese players. He needs some help and finds it in Morale. Morale now from the back court inside, finds his wide route and takes it for a score.
Yeah, it's the second goal of the game for Travis Morale. 2-2 between Canada and Japan early.
And now Japan back the other way, trying to get over center. Here's Shimakawa, receives the ball, delays. Is he going to go over the top? No, he just takes it himself. He's got a mid-route. It looks like Canada was a little confused there. And excuse me, Adam, I got that name a little mixed up. But
yeah, Kabatani
was able to convert there. Morale now off the inbound. Lobs one into Caldwell. He does take some contact, circles back to gain a little momentum here. Looking for options. Decides to wheel wide through the traffic. Now gets it to Medell with a ton of room. Pump fakes one, goes wide, and Kabatani wasn't able to stop him there.
Canada not having too much difficulty scoring early in this game. See if they can step it up a bit defensively.
As EK able to lob it ahead to Shimakawa. Shimakawa has got a Kurahashi with him. Goes wide to Kabatani. Oh, he takes some contact. I think some air came out of his tires, and indeed it did.
Yeah, nice hook pass there by number 21, EK, over center to Shimakawa. Wasn't able to lead Kabatani far enough for him to be able to just catch and score, so Japan will inbound the ball with 29 seconds to go here on the try clock.
Tied at 3, 1:32 into this opening quarter. As we are now ready to go, and these pit crews in these events are so quick and seamless in doing what they do to allow the game to flow. It's quite impressive, really.
Well, they only have 1 minute to fix whatever equipment issues the players have, so they need to be quick.
Shimakawa back the other way. Kabatani trying to help him out and pick out Medell. Morale out to meet him as well. Takes the wide route. Doesn't like what he sees, so he goes another direction. Now he's shut off in the middle. But he does find that wide side and shimmies his way in appropriately.
Yeah, Rodriguez there got a little focused on trying to deny 21 Ike from putting out to post up and left that corner wide open for Shimakawa to ride through, wheel through.
Caldwell gets it back off the inbound, pump fakes, takes some contact, throws it ahead to Morale. A little slow as he takes contact from Ike, but he's able to field it down, fights him off, finds Medell in the middle. That was pretty impressive there.
Yeah, nice job by Canada and Travis to protect that ball in a bit of a dangerous area on the court under pressure.
Ike working his way back off a good pick, lobs one up ahead. What a pass there to Shimakawa. Quick execution, and that's what when the Team Japan's going well, what they're known for is that quick lob out of coverage.
They do have the ability to strike quickly after a goal if you're not prepared. I'm sure Canada will be looking to try to slow that down.
Medell back the other way. Gets over to center now. Takes a couple contacting plays, but gets it to Caldwell, who scores there. So the back and forth affair continues. We're tied at 5.
Yeah, Caldwell's first try of this match.
Capitani now back the other way. Over center. Bounces it. Ooh, pops out of his chair almost, but makes a good pass to Ike. And he'll convert on that one.
Yeah, nice job there by Kabatani to find Ike.
Morale off the inbound. Gets it to Medell. Kurahashi trying to stay with him. Shimakawa trying to help out, but they can't stop him. He's got his power going. He takes it all the way.
Yeah, both teams' offenses are cruising at the moment. See which team can find the defensive stop first here and see if they can get an advantage.
Shimakawa over the top to Ike, and again that duel executes here.
Back-to-back goals for Ike.
Morale wants Rodriguez and gets it back again. Morale now to Medell in double coverage, fields it down well. Now gains some speed through center court and again takes it all the way. So you see that great speed and power of Medell there. Once he gets that straight route and some motion going, very, very tough to stop.
Yeah, he's going to have a step on any of these players out here right now. So Japan's going to have to stop his momentum before he gets it going.
Ike in double coverage, gets it to Kabatani. He takes some aggressive contact, and he calls equipment, I believe.
Yeah, it looks like perhaps a flat tire there after the hit from Medell. So Japan will have 27 seconds on the try clock here.
It's already there. I think it was Kabatani who got the air out of his tire the first time as well. So,
yeah, I wonder how many spares he's got over on the bench there. Equipment people will be busy.
And just like that, we're almost set to go. And Adam, why don't we explain a little bit to the viewers at home that may be watching for the first time about the player timeouts that each team has 4?
Yeah, so in a game of wheelchair rugby, each team starts with 4 30-second timeouts, which can be called by the players during the live play, and it's often used to stop an imminent turnover. If somebody's falling out of their chair or about to go out of bounds or something like that, the athletes will call them to maintain possession of the ball.
As Shimakawa scores, and I also refer to them in simple terms as the get out of jail free card.
They are get out of jail free cards. They get a lot of them. I think be interesting to try a tournament where teams didn't have them and see how it goes.
Yeah, I think so too. Medell working his way out of the defensive end, now over center. Bounces the ball. Shimakawa trying to stay with him. Now he gets it over double coverage as Medell to Caldwell, and that was the one duel that I was really noticing in Canada's first game that I did, was those two really work well off one another.
Yeah, Cody has had a great tournament so far for Team Canada, and that's his second try of this match.
Shimakawa, Kabatani, Caldwell out to meet him, and back to Shimakawa. A little good give and go there. Still not over center, and now they are. A lob pass again to Ike, so Ike is really known by you can see how much he pops out of his chair with his tall body. He also likes to palm the ball with those long arms, makes it really tough to stop.
Yeah, good job by Japan to score the goal there. That's the closest to a 12-second violation we've seen yet this game. Japan used all of 12 seconds to get that ball over half.
And again, it's Caldwell and Adele executing on the offensive end. So we are tied at 9 here, 3:49 to go in the opening quarter. Neither team has used the player timeouts yet, so both still have 4 in their back pocket. Ezike working out of his end there. Looking for an option. Oh, threw that one into coverage. It's off a Canadian chair. Who's got it? I think Japan did recover. Let's see here.
Japan does use their first 30-second timeout as they had team possession there and avoided the jump ball or over and back or whatever other dangerous obstacle may have come their way.
It went off Shimakawa's hands into the wheel of Kabatani, who was able to field it. So again, just appropriately, as we said, those timeouts can really work to your favor, and we see a perfect example of that there.
Yeah. You know, Morale sort of got his hands there without being able to see the ball and sort of forced the Japanese players to use that timeout.
So we're about ready to get underway. Japan makes a couple of substitutions. Hasegawa in, as well as Hashimoto. A little surprised to me that they took Ike out, but now over the top here is Hashimoto, so is making his presence felt almost immediately as he is able to convert the try there.
Yeah, nice job by Japan. Quick goal after that timeout.
Whitehead also into the game for Canada, gets a touch and gets it to Medell. Now wheeling out of his own zone. A good pick by Rodriguez, gives him some space, and now Medell back with it. Surveying his options and takes some contact from Ogawa. Winding his way around the three-point line into the outside of the key. Shifting nicely there. And now a good recipient of some picks there by his teammates is able to wind his way in and convert on the goal there. Ogawa off the inbound to Shimakawa. Gets a good pick there and is able to gain some space and a straight line to the goal. And that's all he's going to need.
Yeah, world-class speed by Shimakawa. He's always been that way, and time hasn't slowed him down very much yet.
Hirschfield. A nice pass to Medell, fielding on his lap, gets it to Whitehead. He's got a little bit of speed and a lot of room, takes some heavy contact, but it's actually Shimakawa that goes down off that.
Yeah, he tried to put a bit of a wall up there on Whitey and took the worst of it.
And is it me, Adam, or has Whitehead lost a bit of weight since the last time I saw him? He's really slimmed down.
Mike is in excellent shape, and good for him for being determined to have an excellent end of his career, as he's, like the rest of us, starting to get up there in age.
Yeah, it's harder work when you get older, that's for sure.
Yes, he is.
So Shimakawa none the worse for wear. Back in the play as Ogawa set to inbound. One scooper, a short one there. Hashimoto fields it down, now scoots around the check. Medell rejects it right out of his hand, so it won't be a turnover, but in any event, good determination of thwarting the Japanese attack there. So
yeah, Zach is deceptively taller in his chair than he looks, and is able to extend those arms up and block the pass from the shorter Shimoto.
Now, Shimakawa, double coverage, looking for a lane out wide, can't find it. He's reached in on a nod over center, lobs it very dangerously, but Dell knocks it away. He gets the timeout, I think, before he got out of bounds.
No, he didn't have possession of the ball before he called timeout before he even touched the ball. The referee didn't fall for that.
I think that's what we were talking about yesterday, and when you call it when you're falling, but there he wasn't able to get away with it. But that's two plays by Medell that have been great pressure plays but haven't resulted in a turnover.
Yeah.
Hashimoto is able to score, so Japan may be getting a little bit fortunate to retain possession on two separate occasions. Lob forward by Hirschfield, fielded down by Whitehead. Got Medell with him, decides to take it in the midst of the traffic. And over center here, engaged in a pile. One hands it to Medell. Medell double team, just protecting the ball, fielding in his lap, and now spins off. What a great individual play there by Medell.
Yeah, nice patience by Mike before he, got the ball over half, and then found Medell, who was able to turn and score. And this game remains tied, 12-12, with about 2 minutes to go in the quarter here.
Ogawa off the inbound. Hashimoto. Hasegawa helping with a pick. Now it's Shimakawa. Hirschfield trying to stop him but can't do it. He's swatted at twice. Throws it into traffic, is able to get it to Hashimoto. Hasegawa helping him out with a pick to get one lane as he swivels to the middle. And that was a great execution play as Shimakawa converts on the end of a business play there by Team Japan.
Yeah, a little bit better possession there by Team Japan after a rough last one.
Medell over center to Whitehead. Accepts the contact and keeps possession of the ball. Now driving wide through the middle and around to the outside, and he will be able to convert the try here, so a great play there. Ogawa again with the inbound for Team Japan, one scooper. Hashimoto has it. Trying to get away from Whitehead. He's just trying to set a pick here. Now Medell coming in aggressively as it's scooped ahead to Shimakawa. Bounces the ball, waiting for a setup here. Surveys his options. Slowly. Trying to drive wide. Medell trying to come to get him, but he's picked off well by Ogawa. Driving to the wide route. Medell shuts him off though, and Whitehead reaches in pretty hard there. Again, he's able to keep possession of the ball as Shimakawa. Now lobs it over to the top of the middle, a risky play, and that is going to be a turnover, I believe.
Yeah, first turnover for this quarter. That was a bit of a errant pass there by Shimakawa. I'm sure he was looking for Hashimoto in the middle, but was nowhere near him.
Good job of Canada by keeping to rotate out of the coverage and shut it down. And now what can they do in transition here? 47 seconds to go. Here is Medell. Over center now, bounces the ball. Driving wide, he's in a ton of traffic, using those big arms to scoop it to Whitehead, who fields it down in his chest. He delays, and now we're going to see some clock management here, Adam.
It is going to be Canada's possession to start the second quarter, so I'm sure they'll be looking to score last goal, although there is a big difference between the game clock and the try clock, so they'll have to use a timeout if they're going to score last, and it looks like they're going to do that. So if a team uses a timeout and there's less than 15 seconds on the try clock does reset to 15 seconds, which allows the team to keep possession of the ball for longer than 40 seconds, as Canada is doing in this situation.
Trying to get the last goal, get their lead, and as you mentioned, start the second quarter with possession. So big play there if they can execute here with 14.8 to go. Very entertaining quarter so far from the Richmond Olympic Oval. We are playing for gold today, folks. We've got a pretty big crowd at the Richmond Olympic Oval as well, one far bigger than we've seen to this point.
Well, it's a Sunday afternoon and the beer garden's open, so if you're close to the Oval, I would suggest you get down here for the second half and enjoy a nice cold one and the atmosphere here.
As Canada off the inbound, Medell takes it in triple coverage, gets it to Whitehead. Whitehead's got 10 seconds to go, gets a countdown from the bench. Can Canada make the conversion here? Here's Hirschfield, takes a big bump from EK, but is able to get the try. EK. Short bounce pass. Japan's probably just going to play this very conservatively. They do as Hirschfield whacked in a little bit. But on that last play there, they're able to go into the first quarter and the second quarter with a lead, 1 point by 14-13.
Yeah, pretty even first quarter by both teams.
Maldigo. What a great start in the first quarter, 14-13. Canada has the advantage. They will start with the ball in the second quarter, so potentially one try different against Japan, but what a fast start for both teams. They are doing quite well, and it will be interesting to see what the second quarter will have to show. Alors, un super bon départ pour les deux équipes, particulièrement le Canada. Un petit revirement en fin de premier quart qui donne l'avantage au Canada car ils débuteront le deuxième quart avec l'avantage du ballon. Donc potentiellement un essai de différence avec les Japonais. Alors so far, so good pour l'équipe canadienne et l'atmosphère, comme vous pouvez voir derrière moi, elle est extraordinaire. Hein? It's full house here at the Olympic Oval in Richmond. There's lots of VIPs. I've seen the president of the Olympic Committee here. I've seen some dignitaries, some politicians, and everyone is here to cheer for Team Canada at this Canada Cup. And this 24 minutes away, this could be the first gold medal for Canada at Canada Cup in their 9th edition. So we will go back to the court. Second quarter, Canada will start with the ball and has the advantage of 1 try against Japan.
By these two, number 7 and 21 for Japan respectively. Quite a treat to watch.
Looks like Canada's going to come back out with its balanced lineup with Morale and Caldwell. No one's close to the inbound at the moment.
They're all jockeying for position right now. Morale has the inbound and gets it to Medell. Now working his way out. Slowly as he swivels. Gets a pick from Rodriguez. Now aggressively pursued by Ikazaki. He's able to beat the heat for the moment as Caldwell in to help him out as well. Medell slowly swivels. Bounces the ball as he's trying to find a lane and gather some speed in doing so. He's getting a countdown and it's getting late. Wow, what a great play of utilizing the clock and having ice in his veins there by Medell.
Yeah, first 2-goal lead for either team, and that just goes to show you the value of scoring the last goals at the end of the quarter. And really quick strike by Japan after the first Canadian goal of this quarter.
Another long looper there that they were able to convert on is Ikazaki got it. Medell was in his hip pocket but unable to stop it, and back on the offense is Morale for Team Canada. Fights away his check and gets it to Medell. What a great play there as we see the chemistry of number 9 and 33 for Team Canada. Ame off the inbound for Team Japan now. One scooper over to Ike, looking down court. Now he goes to the side to Ikazaki. He's trying to get his way over center. He's getting a bit of a countdown, might be in a bit of trouble. Decides to lob it ahead, a risky pass and a slow one there. Ogawa does field it down, but he's being contested heavily. Reaches in the air and gets it to Ike.
Great job by Ogawa there to secure that ball under the pressure of Medell and find 21 Ike.
A couple head fakes, now gets a pick, which enables him to convert the try. 6:44 to go in the second quarter. Canada still has their 1-point lead here. And possession of the ball as Morale inbounds. Gets it back. Accepts some heavy contact in coverage. Gets a short pass to Medell, who spins. Gets it to Caldwell. He's going to have to wait for help. Takes it himself. He's got Morale on the far side. Gives it to Medell, who came late. Medell holding onto the ball, trying to fight his way through the middle off the check of Ike and Ikazaki, and he is able to do it. Ogawa one scooper, Ikazaki. Off a lot of traffic, Medell is going to be able to shut him off and cut down his angle here. Forced to spin in the other direction. Now driving to the middle and around. He gets a great pick from Ike. Still unable to convert as Ike and Medell do battle. Ikazaki goes far side to Ime, reaches behind him and scoops it down with his arms.
Yeah, a little 3-on-3 battle there as the two low pointers had their own battle going on by center between Rodriguez and Ogawa.
Medell lobbing it into space, Caldwell uncontested there. Canada able to expand their lead by 2, the largest they've held in this game so far, 18-16. And we're waiting for the inbound here. Finally, here we have it. Ame. Ike. Trying to get away from the initial traffic, and he's able to do so. Ogawa right in front of him to set a pick as he's over center. Initiates contact with Morale and then gets it to Ikazaki.
Nice job by number 21, Ike there, to move the ball up before passing to Ikazaki for the try.
Medell now off the inbound.
Bit of a dangerous situation here for Canada. Oh, Medell does inbound the ball.
Some more air went on some tires here, and it is Medell who calls the equipment.
You know, I was wondering why he didn't call equipment right away, but since he waited until after he passed the ball to Caldwell, Canada is going to get to inbound the ball 20 feet up the sidelines versus in the corner if Medell had called it right away, which gives them a little bit more space to operate.
A nice veteran play, and every inch does matter on the court.
It's hard to inbound the ball in the corner. As I've mentioned before, you're not able to move on the sidelines like you can after a goal, so it's important that your teammates get into position in order for that ball to come in.
And now the inbound comes to Medell right through the middle. Great play there, and one more scoop over to Caldwell, looking dangerous, and they say no.
Yeah, just a bit of an off pass there by Medell. Certainly no pressure, and just put the ball a little bit too far in front of Cody for him to be able to reach it.
Ike now one scooper. Ikizaki driving wide. He's getting a countdown as he needs to get over center, and he won't be able to do it, so they do use a timeout, though, I believe.
Yeah, referee is signaling timeout. I didn't see who signaled it.
I didn't see it either. I thought it was just going to be a turnover, to be honest, but apparently they called it.
Right on the 28 mark of the try clock here, so they certainly left it to the last moment to call that timeout. It looks like subs are coming back in.
Forcing Japan to use their second player's timeout. They have 2 more. Canada with 3 left. That will come into play probably, assuming the game is close, as you'll see later on. May off the inbound at half court. Doesn't have much of an option as his teammates are locked up. Now Shimakawa comes back to give him one and scoots back wide to get some speed. Brown and Medell both on him, but able to get it to Hashimoto. Pump fake, trying to decide what route to take. Medell really forcing him back. Does he force him into a turnover? It's palmed. Oh, what a great play by Shimakawa to recover possession. And you can tell that one hurt Medell as you see the grimace on his face as he was inches away from turning that ball over.
That was a 50-50 play for sure, so good job by Shimakawa to maintain possession for Japan and tie this game up.
As we see the one palm pass, a little too far ahead of him. Caldwell was there. They both go up with palms a blazing, one each, knocked loose, but Shimakawa able to recover possession, and Caldwell has a bit of an equipment issue that's now fixed.
Looked like they were high-fiving.
Yes. As Caldwell set for the inbound. Short pass. Rodriguez back to Caldwell. Working his way around. Oh, and almost another turnover, but Medell able to stay in front of the ball. Good positioning there by him to retain it. And now he scoots to the outside, but they won't be able to get over center.
Yeah, Zach just lost a little bit of track of what the where the count was, and probably should have used the timeout there rather than trying to move the ball.
Both teams guilty of a little bit of turnovers and sloppy play as they've kind of exchanged it in recent possessions each.
Yeah, Canada's second turnover. After Cody ran that give and go with Eric, he probably wanted to move that ball to Zach a little bit quicker, which would have helped Canada be a little bit more successful on that possession, I think.
Hashimoto back with it on the offensive end for Team Japan. Medell trying to stay with him. Now he gets a good pick there, and Hasegawa helping him. Oh, that was a dangerous pass by Hashimoto over to Shimakawa, and they were able to just find it right on the goal line.
Very close to being intercepted. That's a little bit better. See how much more quickly they got the ball up there to Zach?
Indeed, and now Medell working back with it. In double coverage as he bounces the ball, looking for an option in behind him. Now swivels wide. He does have a lane, and now he gets it to Caldwell. Accepts a little bit of contact before converting the try. Ime off the inbound. Looking for options as his men are all tied up on the left side of the court, so he goes right side here. Shimakawa. He's got some space and some speed. Dodging through the initial checks as he gets it to Hashimoto. Before center, lobs it into space, and Caldwell almost picked that off. Wow, both teams are playing with fire here and getting away with it for the most part.
Shimakawa is getting lots of practice catching dodgy passes so far.
Caldwell looking to start things on the offensive end for Team Canada. Morale wants it, Morale gets it. Hashimoto out to meet him, but he spins off. Now gets one to Caldwell. Both men pop in their chairs as Shimakawa contacted him, but Caldwell has speed and the ball still. And he's got a lane which he does use.
Probably could have been a violation on Shimakawa there. It looked like after the hit on Caldwell, he came down and hit him with his hand, but really a non-call by the referee and an easy try for Canada.
Shimakawa powers through 2 checks in the middle. Great individual play there by him. 3:31 to go in the second quarter. As this tight affair sees Japan leading by 1, so Canada did have a 2-point lead at one point in this quarter, but has now seen it evaporate. Medell, great pass to Morale, doesn't have any speed, but he fields the ball, waiting for help. Just accepts the Japanese contact and leaves for Rendell. Medell now slowly looks like he's going to go wide and then just uses the middle lane, and with his power was unstoppable there. Short pass off the inbound. And one more down court. Wow, what a pass that was. Shimakawa to Hashimoto. Medell in his hip pocket, not making his life easy.
Nice job by Hashimoto to get position on Medell to be able to receive that long pass by Shimakawa there.
Canada set for an inbound as it's Morale. They're trying to double team Medell, preventing him from being an option. Caldwell has it now. Morale. He's in traffic, one-hand pass. Medell scoops it up in his body. He's got Caldwell going wide side, just decides to keep it himself for now. Pump fakes, goes middle, now does go to Caldwell. So a little deception in opening up that passing lane by Medell.
Good execution of the 2-on-1 there by Canada, after I thought they were a little bit poorly spaced before they had the ball over half.
Hasegawa gets it now, in a little bit of trouble as they had to go short. Now he's trying to be forced out court, and then you have to use a timeout. So a great job of anticipation by Canada, knowing what was coming, and perhaps a little oversight there by Team Japan off the inbound.
Yeah, that's a good job of running a double-double there by Canada. They forced the give and go between the two low pointers, and obviously Canada is able to force Japan to use their third timeout of this first half.
And as we mentioned, that will probably come into play, as you see here. Canada's still got 3. It's a tie game for now. And I'm sure both coaches would want their teams to settle down a little bit. It's been a little bit frenetic. As we mentioned, a few turnovers, some risky passes that haven't resulted in turnovers, especially on the Japanese side of things.
Well, this second quarter has provided a few more dicey situations than perhaps the first quarter did, but that's great for us because it makes it more exciting, in my opinion.
Yeah, as they say, the fans love it. Maybe the coaches don't, but... And back they come now as Team Japan, Shimakawa, using his speed, fighting off some checks. 2:39 to go. Team Japan up by 1, 23-22. Hirschfield gets it to Medell. Nice pick there as he's able to get some space and drive the wide side. Whitehead's open. Hirschfield dropping in behind now to the wide side. Medell in triple coverage. Great pass to Whitehead. So you see all that attention that Medell attracts there.
Yeah, great use of change of pace there by Medell around the center line to advance that ball forward and then eventually find Whitehead, as we saw. Dangerous situation for Shimakawa. And
wow, what a backhand scoop there that was. Holy smokes, that was a nice play.
That's what you want to see if you're the Canadian side. Team Japan making passes like that. They're not all going to be that successful.
Kabatani does convert as he's back into the game now, and Medell working the other way. He's alone. Shimakawa trying to get the angle to cut him off, but won't be able to.
Yeah, good wheel position there by Zach. As the moment you kind of get your axle ahead of their caster wheel, there's not much they can do defensively to slow you down.
Ike getting over center now. Working off Medell as the two powerhouses go to battle. Medell reaching in on him, but he's able to keep the ball and bounce it. Drops it back to Shimakawa. Working off a couple nice picks there. Able to get a wide route, but he's shut off here by Whitehead, who reaches in on him pretty heavy. As Medell and Whitehead looking to stop him at the goal line.
Penalty goal there for Team Japan, or excuse me, penalty try. As Shimakawa should have just managed to coast between the two Canadian defenders.
Medell now wheeling at the other end. And again, won't be able to be stopped. Kabatani finds Ike. One hand palms the ball. That's his signature move. Shimakawa now out of traffic. Not over center. Double team. What a great job to fight off two checkers there. 1:24 to go. Second quarter in the first half of this one. Team Japan up still by 26-25 as Whitehead working out of his own end. Gets it to Medell. Had Hirschfield down court, doesn't go to him. Goes to Whitehead instead. Whitehead has a wide route.
Canada not having too much difficulty scoring against this Japanese line at the moment. And pretty similar the other way as Japan is scoring reasonably easy against Canada.
And there's something you don't see every day as Ike almost Didn't catch that one off the inbound, bounced out of his hands, but he was able to field it down. Here's Shimakawa back to the aforementioned Ike.
You know, Ike typically catches the ball with one hand every time, so it's pretty amazing that he's able to secure it as often as he does, particularly these high-pressure games.
Hirschfield off the inbound. Whitehead slowly operating as he gets over center. Ike looking to aggressively stop him, initiate some contact. Whitehead bounces the ball and does keep possession. Now he's got Ike behind him, and Ike again using his angles. Whitehead directing traffic.
Looks like Canada is going to stall and try and go for a last goal again. They've got 3 timeouts in the bank still, and a 15-second differential between the game clock and the try clock as the second quarter winds down here.
And as you mentioned, Adam, this is exactly what happened in the first quarter. So a good job of using the clock and veteran plays there.
Well, and this time for Canada, you know, Japan's going to start the ball with the second half, the third quarter with the ball, unless there's a jump ball in the last few seconds here. And instead of being able to go up a goal, they're going to be able to stop Japan from being able to go up a goal themselves.
So we are set to see a entertaining last 15.4 as Medell off the inbound. Getting a countdown, and Team Japan aggressively looking to stop him. Hirschfield with a nice pick on Ikizaki. That was a great play there. Gives them some room, and they do score with 2.8 seconds to go and tie the game up.
Yeah, great job by Hirschfield there to recognize which one of those 2 players was the threat to Zach and make the appropriate pick to allow Zach to score with 2.8 seconds to go in the half. Tie game.
And again, back to what happened at the end of the first quarter. We'll probably see a conservative inbound here by Japan. No reason to get risky as Ike fields it in. He does go for it. Oh, man.
Very close. Well, it's not as in that situation, because the ball come in and been touched by Ike before he made the pass. It's not as dangerous because if the ball goes out of bounds, Canada has to inbound by their try line. Versus if the inbounder makes the pass and it goes out of bounds, the ball comes all the way back to where you inbounded it from. So,
yes, I was a little surprised, but now have a better sense of it, as that was a really entertaining quarter there. And as you mentioned, the fans, and we're excited, but maybe not so much the coaches. We'll see how they kind of rein them in, but a lot of individual skill on display here at the Richmond Olympic Oval. And while we do have time, Adam, I'm going to shout out our sponsors here and so many people and, you know, businesses that make this great event happen. Maybe we'll get to that a bit later. But what did you expect to see in the second half of this game?
And
27-27 at half mark. Slight advantage to Japan on the second quarter. So it's not over yet. It's quite an intense game. You can tell that they are the best 2 teams at this tournament. It's so much intensity, lots of speed, great chemistry from both teams. And the next 16 minutes will define that gold medal winner at the Canada Cup. Alors, un match extrêmement serré, comme vous pouvez le voir, 27-27 à la mi-temps. Le Canada a eu quelques difficultés dans ce deuxième quart. L'avantage a été à l'équipe japonaise. Ils ont rattrapé le temps perdu. Et ça va être 16 minutes cruciales pour cette deuxième partie de match. Le Canada a toujours d'excellentes chances. Ils doivent conserver le momentum pour tenter de remporter cette médaille d'or. Rappelons que le Japon est champion du monde en titre, a remporté le bronze 2 reprises aux 2 dernières éditions des Jeux paralympiques d'été, soit 2016 et 2021 à Tokyo, à la maison. Et ils ont terminé également 2e avec la médaille d'argent en 2018 à la dernière édition de la Coupe Canada. So Japan will try to improve on their second place from 2018 at Canada Cup. There's 16 minutes left. It's great momentum from both teams. Now it's to stick in the game, to get that confidence back. Again, Canada won last night against Japan in a round-robin tournament by 4 tries. We will see if they can come back, but it doesn't take much. That's what the beauty of the sport in wheelchair rugby. It's fast, speed, and it takes 1 turnover to change the whole dynamic of a game. And again, Japan is one of the best teams in the world. They are defending world champion. won bronze medal at the last 2 summer edition of the Paralympic Games in 2016 and 2021 at home, and they were silver medalists at the last Canada Cup in 2018 here 4 years ago. And Canada, 3-time silver medalists at this Canada Cup. They never won gold, and they potentially are 16 minutes away from that really special gold medal. And I actually saw the medals and the cup earlier this afternoon at a reception, and it's quite neat, and I'm sure the boys, the team, will do everything they can to get to that cup. So stay tuned, more to come. 16 minutes of play. We will be back after the third quarter for a few comments, and hopefully Canada will get out on top with that gold medal, and we will also hopefully have an athlete or two and a coach for comments after the fourth quarter at the end of the game. So let's go back on the court. Third quarter, gold medal game, Canada versus Japan.
Sports, as well as all of our great
This is a great tournament, so thank you very much to them.
We are underway here. Shimakawa, as Canada collapses into his zone defense, has a little bit of room here. Caldwell looking to thwart him with one arm, and I think he was reached in on there.
Does look like the referee's heading to the penalty box, so somebody will be going over to serve a minute or less, probably. And it is Caldwell, number 9.
So we're set to go here again. Canada inbounding the ball, Japan inbounding the ball. Ike to Shimakawa. Slowly negotiating things and surveying his options, and he's able to squeak his way through some checks. Now he's just going to delay in hopes that they trap the inbounder. We'll see if that works.
Well, they are going over to trap Caldwell, but Caldwell's pretty comfortable inbounding the ball, so sure he'll just call inbounder and work his way down to the baseline to get play underway.
Yes, has inbounded the ball quite a few times in this game already, and is set to do so again. Morale into his chest. Medell gives him a nice hard pick on Ike, and now gets it back. One over the top to Caldwell, and those two work well together again.
Yeah, reasonably easy goal for Canada there as Caldwell scores the first try for Canada in the second half.
Norimatsu into the game as well for Team Japan now, as Shimakawa looking to get away, drives wide. Caldwell out to meet him just before center. Now Norimatsu is able to take that ball into his chest. Medell not making his life easy. He drops it off to Ike. Ike, a one-arm pass back to Shimakawa. As he's working his way around traffic, gets a pick from Ike, takes it all the way to the wide side, but is forced to turn again. Medell all over his pocket. Now he's getting a countdown. Will he be able to make it? Great pass there to Ike, who just backs his way in.
Yeah, that was a nice long pass over top of a few defenders to Ike as the try clock was getting low for Team Japan.
Caldwell. Short pass to Rodriguez, and one more over to Medell here. Gets over to center. Shimakawa trying to stay with him, forcing him to make a different route. Caldwell in now for a pick. Medell reaches up. It's rejected out of his hands, and Shimakawa recovers possession. So a big play there by Team Japan.
Yeah, I think Medell there probably should have just been a little bit more patient before he attacked the key. Really had nowhere to go, and then the ball was able to be knocked loose as he was lifting it up and down there. First mistake we've seen from him, not first mistake because I guess he had that unfortunate pass in the first half, but first mistake we've seen from him in the second half.
Ike just biding his time here before converting, that he does now. And Medell forced to declare himself an inbounder. Looking for an option. Finds it in Caldwell. Morale is down court, doesn't receive it. Instead it's Caldwell. Getting a good pick from Rodriguez. And now to Medell, just over center. Nice swivel move. Ike looking to shut him off, as well as Shimakawa. A great pass to Caldwell in motion as again he delays, gets the coverage and scoops it over top to a moving Caldwell.
Yeah, good for Canada to be able to settle it down after that mistake on that last possession and keep this a one-try game.
Shimakawa fighting off a couple checks, has got some speed. Pump fakes one way. Partially rejected out of his hands, but Ike able to field it down. Morale. Rodriguez back to Morale. Now to Medell. Almost another turnover. Who's going to recover here? It will be Team Japan. So a couple costly turnovers. Ike has it. To Shimakawa now. Some heavy contact in the key. Circling back. And now they turn it back over. So a couple mistakes each way, but now I also think we have a penalty.
Yeah, it looks like Ike took the try after the errant pass there by number 13, Shimakawa. So both teams perhaps a little bit sloppy here in this portion of the game, and I'm sure they'll be looking to get reset here and keep this a close game.
Japan does have a 2-point lead now, 31-29 over Canada, 5:17 to go in the third quarter.
It is Canada's possession, so they are in a position to, of course, bring it back to a one-try possession. One-try game.
Working it of his own end slowly. Getting over center. Morale with him. Waiting for things to get set up here as he's just going to delay as long as he can so they can trap their man in the box to declare himself inbounder. And now we'll see Ike declare himself inbounder, I'm sure.
So Ike came out of the penalty box, calls equipment, and is being trapped there by Caldwell. However, Caldwell does have to give him a meter or give the equipment person a meter. So that may allow Ike to be able to work his way out of there without calling inbounder. We'll see what happens.
Perhaps a nice advantage for him, as you're right.
Nobody, ball's on the ground and nobody's gone back to inbound. So now the low pointer does for Team Japan.
That's Hasegawa. Shimikawa now. Working his way out. He's got some speed in a wide route. Medell contacts him hard, but he gets it to Ike. And one more pass to Norimatsu down court. He was facing the wrong way. Now he turns around and does eventually score a try. Morale working at a backcourt, gets it to Rodriguez and back to Morale. Dangerous scoop pass. Medell does get it in coverage. Now he's got some serious wheels going the other way. Ike not pulling up any corners, but he's not going to be able to stop him.
Nice speed by both players there. However, Medell eventually winning the race to bring this to within one try again.
Shibakawa taking a little heavy hit there from Morale. He's double team now.
Sorry, Canada does a good job. Gets the ball back. Oh.
They reject it away and then give it away. So that's a couple sequences on which both teams have had multiple turnovers.
Yeah, that's on the far side of the court, so it's hard to see exactly what happened. Morale obviously recovered the ball and was getting knocked out of bounds and wasn't able to get a timeout before Japan got the ball back.
Yeah, the Canadian coaching staff was a little bit confused by that one. They wanted a timeout, angry that they didn't get one. Now it's Medell to Caldwell. He's got a middle route, and that's all he's going to need. 3:56 to go. Third quarter. Canada closes the gap. 2-1 again. Japan in possession. Ike. Norimatsu with him. Just uses him for a pick. Now scoots out. Great job by Norimatsu to keep ahead of his man. Work hard to give him some space. Wide side, Shimakawa. Good job of execution on all sides by Japan. They're working out of their own end. Japan is taking a timeout here, and I'm assuming we're going to see some substitutions for both sides.
Yeah, Canada is bringing in Whitehead and Hirschfield for Morale and Caldwell. Hashimoto has come in for Team Japan, along with Ogawa.
Hirschfield, short pass. Whitehead fakes it off, working off Ike. Great pick there by Rodriguez to give him a bit of space. And again, but Ike undaunted initiates contact, bounces off Whitehead. Whitehead with a great scooper to Medell. Reels it into his body, now double teamed as he squeaks through the middle.
Nice job by Canada. working the ball up the close side to us with not a lot of space. And Medell's able to beat the two Japanese high pointers to keep this a one-try game.
Ogawa off the inbound. Short one to Ike. In double coverage, being swatted up there by Hirschfield. Hashimoto, great pass into space there from Ogawa, working his way all the way from down court to open himself up there.
Yeah, nice communication from Ogawa there to let his teammate know that he's open for the pass.
Whitehead, the veteran working out of his own end, pops one to Medell, bounces it down with one hand and does control it. Straight ahead through center, accepts a couple contacts on either direction, keeps going, and swivels his way in and almost angrily puts that one down on the court after.
Looks like he took a bit of a hand in the face before he was able to score that try, so I think that gave him a little motivation to move the ball up.
Now trying to work off Ike, who does have the ball. Now Medell reaches on him pretty heavy, so you're right, he did look pretty angry, so we'll see.
Anyway, bit of a going for the jump ball. Fortunately, makes contact with the arm, and it's called for the penalty instead.
As he reached in pretty heavy there. Yeah, and he's still trying to work out something in his eye, so you're right, he looks like he got a finger or something in there.
Sharing the penalty box with the head of Loire, it looks like.
Especially when they get sweaty, that's a little bit of salt in the eye, make matters worse.
Yeah, looks like he did take a finger in the face or something.
Ike. Slowly operating his way through center. They do have a manpower advantage. Hasegawa to Ike. Methodically working his way through the offensive zone, just taking as much time off the clock as he can. Bouncing the ball slowly here. He's got a few options, decides to keep it himself for now. Winding around the wide side. Scores the try.
Yeah, Japan just not in a rush to score there. With Medell in the box, just taking their time to be able to try to set up their defensive look before they score.
Medell inbounding it now. Whitehead, a little bit of a dangerous pass, fields it down. He's on the side of the court here trying to fight his way to the middle. Gets a decent pick, able to get him a bit of space, but he's got to get over center here, and he's forced to use a timeout.
Good timeout by Whitey. He was looking for Hirschfield deep, but decided to err on the side of caution with about 2 seconds before the 12-second count expired.
As we see, yeah, he wanted the long scoop, realized he wasn't going to get it, and decided on the safe and veteran route there. Both teams have used 3 of their 4-player timeouts.
But that really was constructed by the fact that they were able to trap Medell in the penalty box and then force him to inbound, because at that point in time, you know, Japan's got 8 points on the floor versus Canada's 4.5, which is obviously a big mismatch just points-wise.
And we're back underway here. Set to get underway. And off the inbound, it's Medell. Winding his way through a couple of checks. He's got some serious speed. He's going to convert that one easily. 2:05 to go. Canada closes the gap to 136-35 now for Team Japan.
Yeah, good job by Canada to score there. They were a little bit slow to get the ball in because they were slightly out of the inbounders' range, but were able to work their way back.
Ogawa gets it to Hashimoto, kind of stops up before his center, waiting for a lane, and spins the opposite way. It's rejected out of his hands. Whose ball is it?
Looks like it's going to be Canada's ball. Great job by Whitehead to get that ball off of Hashimoto's lap, and it must have bounced off his front end before it went out of bounds.
It looked like right before he turned it over, Hashimoto wasn't exactly sure what he was going to do, and in that confusion, Canada able to swat it away and cause the turnovers. Now Medell has it.
And that's huge for Canada as we wind down the third quarter here. Canada, as of right now, will start the ball with start with the ball at the beginning of the fourth quarter. So if they're able to execute last goal like they have done so far, that will give them the 1-goal advantage versus trailing by 1 goal like they might be if Japan scores here.
Hirschfield able to tie things up at 36, 1:35 to go, and pretty soon we'll start to see the clock management in effect. Ike. Hashimoto takes the contact from 2 different sides. Now gets a good pick from Hasegawa. Ogawa almost loses it. And I think he did, Adam.
Yeah, back-to-back mistakes here by Team Japan, by a couple of players who are new to this level of play, and that's why they're out here. You know, better to make these mistakes here at the Canada Cup than at World Championships, I would imagine.
Yes, and Hashimoto kind of tossed it into his wheel, a little hard one for him to feel down when he wasn't able to.
Yeah. Big opportunity for Canada here. They can take the lead and manage the clock and give themselves perhaps a couple of goal cushion at the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Medell looks in a foul mood as he initiates contact. Perhaps that's a good notion for Canada going forward.
Yeah, Canada looking to score their try here around 55 to 50 seconds, which will put them in position to score last try. Of course, unless Japan chooses to use a Toronto, as we call it for Canada, and burn their last time out to control the ball.
Both team with one each. Canada now does have the lead. As you mentioned, they're going to start the fourth quarter with the ball, which is huge. Timeout. And Japan has used their second coach's timeout, so they don't have any more of those left. So you are given 4 players' timeouts, which just retain possession. And then you have your 2 more traditional timeouts, which just allow the coaches maybe to exchange a message or two, which not surprising for Team Japan at this point.
Yeah, I think what Coach Orr is doing is using his timeout here to make substitutions, so he gets his experienced guys out on the court for this last goal situation. Well, let's see if they do decide to use the timeout to keep, to give them the opportunity to score last goal and keep this a one try possession.
Kabatani to Ikezaki. Medell aggressively initiating contact. Ooh, it looked like he might have it there, but they were able to beat the heat and get it to Ike.
Nice poise there by Ikezaki, not to panic and find Ike over half.
30 seconds to go. Ikezaki. Couple nice passes, but no forward motion as of yet. 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Ikezaki has a lane off the picks, and now they do use a timeout to retain possession and get last goal.
Yeah, so Japan uses its fourth 30-second timeout with 14.9 seconds to go in the third quarter, and they will try to score to tie this game up and keep it a one-goal game leading into the beginning of the fourth quarter.
So the pendulum has swung on several occasions. It's been an entertaining quarter. We've seen multiple turnovers on the same play without a whistle by both teams a couple times. And as you mentioned, I'm sure the coaches are a little bit frustrated, but it's been a very entertaining affair.
I'm not sure they're frustrated, but I'm sure. I bet they're hoping that they can clean it up for the fourth quarter.
And off the inbound, it's Ike. One more over to Ikezaki, getting the countdown as there's under 10 seconds to go now. Just fighting off Whitehead for as long as he can. Whitehead did reach in, so yes, he did.
Are they going to call this a penalty try? No, Whitehead is going to the box, so Japan is going to have to inbound and score with 3.5 seconds to go here.
And if you're Japan, would you have just preferred the penalty try there? Or?
Yeah, if I'm coaching, I don't want to be in this position. Of course, Canada does have to be careful not to take a penalty here, but a nice, easy, long inbound for Ike finds Kabatani in this close corner to us to tie the game. 37s.
2.5 to go.
Medell just secures the ball and lets time expire.
Sets up an amazing fourth quarter here. 4-goal. There's a lot at stake here, folks. A pretty full house at the Richmond Olympic Oval. I don't see many colored seats in front of me here.
Can't ask for much more. Tied going into the fourth quarter from an entertainment perspective.
Yes, very entertaining game, back and forth. As we mentioned, a lot of individual skill as well as kind of that dual skill that we like to see, mainly between Medell and Caldwell for Canada's side and Ike and Ikezaki for Team Japan. And we do want to take this final opportunity to thank our sponsors again, one last time that have made this great wheelchairs, and we did have a little auction today.
And she's sort of for sure one of Canada's. Like, how funny. I can't stop laughing. That's amazing. For sure a future rugby player. Anyhow, 37-37. Turnovers on both sides. At some point, Japan was 2 try ahead of Canada, but Canada got back. So it's all going to be on the last 8 minutes. We're back to square one, 37-37. So it will be an interesting last 8 minutes. So minimize the turnovers, minimize the mistake. Need to be aggressive, of course. And it will be in 8 minutes that the gold medal winner will be decided or will be chosen by, of course, number of points, number of tries. Alors c'est magnifique. Et vraiment un super bon match, 37-37. On est de retour à la case départ. Il reste 8 minutes de jeu au 4e quart et ça a été des revirements d'un côté comme de l'autre. Les Japonais avaient l'avance de 2 points. Let's go back to the fourth quarter and we will see you at the end of the game.
Getting the ball off the inbound. Hirschfield got it to him. Whitehead told to go. He's trying to do that. A head fake, but unable to get around Ogawa. Ikizaki also in to help out. Medell there as well. Now he gets the ball.
Yeah, great job by the Class 1 Ogawa there on Whitey, the Class 3, to slow him down and allow his teammates to recover, even if it didn't stop the try from happening. And Canada takes the 1-goal lead.
That long lob does go to Ikizaki, who just accepts Medell's contact.
So Medell did go out of bounds, so he is going to have to sit in the penalty box, and we'll see if Canada has learned anything from when Medell was in the box last time and had to inbound, which led to the timeout, if I remember correctly.
Indeed. So we shall see here as Team Japan off the inbound. Ike has it now to Ikizaki. Ikizaki slowly operating. As we mentioned, you like to really set up your transition play here. Force the inbounder, which would be Medell again. And you're right, it was a precarious situation last time.
I have some inside knowledge. It looks like Canada is going to use their bench timeout to stop the inbound trap from happening.
Yeah, it was a situation that didn't like last time. So again, a nice veteran play. I'm sure you don't like to use the timeout, but you're not going to take them with you. So might as well use them in situations when you can.
Well, that's what these timeouts are for. That's, they're the coach's liberty to use them how they see fit, and sometimes it's for tactics, sometimes it's for shot clock resets, and as we saw this time, it was to give their team an advantage because Medell was going to be trapped and have to inbound.
Hirschfield to Whitehead. Now to Medell, no forward motion as he traps that one. Now gets over center. Hirschfield with him to provide a pick. Now lobs it over to the top to Whitehead. That was a great executionary play by Canada there. 54 seconds into this one.
Ball down on the ground. Nobody to inbound for Japan. See if Canada can get deny here, although that's awfully hard against 21 EK.
Takes it in double coverage as he so often does off the inbound. Now working his way. Palms one forward. Rodriguez trying to stop it, but kind of like just watches it scoop by hopelessly.
Yeah, good vision there by EK to find MIA alone, or not alone, but open deep. Hirschfield
again to Medell. Scoots back with that one, goes wide around the traffic, or at least tries to. Still trying to negotiate a route through center. And does ultimately find one. Now pops one over the top. And they weren't able to find it. He was trying to go for Hirschfield. I don't know if he wasn't expecting it or just couldn't trap it.
No, I think that ball just came out of Medell's hands a little bit quicker than he was expecting. Second time we've seen him make an error like this game. And fortunately for Canada, it's still going to be a 1-goal game, and they'll just be scoring to tie it up rather than take the lead.
Ikeda Ikizaki going to convert the try here, so they do make Canada pay for the turnover. Japan now up by 1. Canada in possession here. Medell trying to atone for his... Oh, great contact there by Whitehead on Ikizaki. Now Hirschfield gets it in open court. Just going to take it himself.
Yeah, better pass by Medell that time, obviously, as Hirschfield's able to secure that ball and score the try for Canada.
And back comes Team Japan. Ikizaki. He's got a 2-on-1, but decides to pump fake as a May just gives him some picks in behind.
Pretty tough for Whitehead to defend Ike. Ikizaki there all by himself with the whole goal for him to score on.
Hirschfield wants an option. Medell forced to come back to give him one, but he has it now down the wide side. He's got Whitehead with him, pumping for an option. Wants the ball, but Medell decides to keep it himself. He wants some setup here as he works his way around the 3-point line.
Still 20 2 seconds to go on the try clock, and Whitehead scores.
A great over-the-top pass.
Nice pass from Medell.
41 apiece, 5:48 to go, fourth quarter. Of course, it may be early, but if this does go to overtime, we will play until we have a winner. Let's see what happens. Ikizaki back the other way, working off a couple checks. They may be in a little trouble. They need to get over center. Wow, what a palm down by Ike with that one hand, as we've mentioned. Gets it to Ame and back to Ike. Working off Medell, protecting the ball. Finds that wide lane now to the middle. What a great shift by him.
Yeah, Canadian fans were holding their breath there. Great catch by Ike to sort of catch that with the one hand. Palm backwards, it looked.
Hirschfield. Ooh, a dangerous pass to Whitehead. Ike cuts in front of it. And I don't know if he was able to retain possession, but he goes down on one wheel outside the court. But using that big body, pushes himself back into position. None the worse for wear.
It's going to be Canada's ball still. Ike was not able to track that down before it went out and crashes into almost the cameraman there.
Using his good periphery and his balance there to use the little scoreboards in behind us to palm himself back up. Whitehead. Working his way wide. Shimakawa trying to stay with him. Norimatsu in there as well. Shimakawa doing a good job, but he does get it over center to Medell now. Protecting. Rodriguez giving him a good pick, allowing Medell to get some traction there in the offensive end.
Nice job there by Canada as that 12-second clock was getting low, and Whitey found Medell to avoid the violation, although they do still have a 30-second timeout if they get into too much trouble.
Ike. Norimatsu with him. Decides to take it to the other side and do it himself there.
Pretty easy goal for Team Japan there, with Hirschfield trapped in the corner by the Japanese .5, Hasegawa.
Hirschfield does make a good inbound to Whitehead. Wheeling away, but he's caught up to and forced to stop up. Bounces the ball. Shimakawa in on him hard. Rodriguez in there to help him out. Serving his options. He may go to Hirschfield here, coming down wide side, but chooses Medell. Medell is shut off right at the goal line. Pump fakes over top, now bounces himself. Does go over the top to Hirschfield, who was open. Ike was trying to stop that, but got on the wrong side of it.
Yeah, Medell needed to find a receiver there because he was in the key and had been for a few seconds and didn't look like he was going to be able to get out in time. Good job by Hirschfield.
Shimakawa accepts the contact and goes over, but he does make a pass there, and wow, that's a great play as the contact happened just as he was set to release the ball, but he was able to make a great play to Ike, and we see sometimes players able to get a rest there when they lay on the floors. We see they're pretty tired.
Nice job by Shimakawa to not fall on the Canadian player Medell there, because that would have been a violation in the turnover. So
pretty hard contact as you saw it erupt on his face, but he looks good to go here. Back in the action. We did see one unfortunate injury yesterday as Edmondson of Australia got hurt, came back in the game, but was ultimately forced to leave.
Yeah, fell on his shoulder and looked like he was okay as he was playing later on that day.
And Medell here is able to even the score, 44 apiece with 4:05 to go. A lot of fours on the board here in the fourth quarter. Ike wants it down the middle. Goes to Shimakawa, not able to take it, and Medell is able to make it a turnover. He just didn't decide to go for it and let it go out of bounds, I think.
Yeah, great positioning there by Rodriguez. He didn't get in the passing lane, but got in the wheeling lane of Shimakawa. And Shimakawa was not able to secure that ball, and it rolls out of bounds. And Canada will attempt to take a one-try lead here with 3:51 left in the fourth.
Some of those low pointers, they don't get all the fancy praise, or you don't notice them as much, but they're so integral to your team.
You know, you really notice the difference between strong low pointers and weak low pointers at this level. And I'm not calling anybody here weak. I'm just saying that they play such an integral role. You just don't always notice it because they're not carrying the ball all the time.
Ike converting there to make it a 45-point tie. Canada does have one timeout left with 3:33 to go in regulation, I must clarify. Medell using his speed and power, and he's just going to do it himself down one route wide side.
Yeah, blows by Shimakawa there, who's no slouch himself. So nice job by Medell.
Ike scoops it up from 2 Canadian checks, trying to drive middle. Looks like he might have been reached on a bit, but no call. Shimakawa back the other way. Accepts some hard contact. Ike! Great pass over the top. Norimatsu fields a slow pass down in his lap and gives it back to Ike, who was already in speed. Medell, hard contact. I think he was able to score. And he sends Ike over the top there. Hopefully he's okay as we get a look at the contact. First on Norimatsu, he's able to field the ball. Then he finds Ike with speed. Medell doesn't want to give it up at this point. Contacts him hard on the wheel near the end and forces him to go up over the top. And this time he wasn't able to brace himself and went down.
Yeah, nice aggressive defense from Canada. We saw Rodriguez step up and slow down Shimakawa. Didn't end up in a turnover like it did last time, but very close as Medell almost was able to force Ike into that cone, but nice chair control by Ike as he got up on one wheel and cruised across the try line.
Every play magnified here. 3 minutes to go, 46 apiece. We're playing for gold here as Whitehead has the ball. Gets it to Medell.
And Coach Orr has got his young man, Hashimoto, out here to end the game for Team Japan. Great experience for him and an opportunity to step up in a pressure situation.
Hasegawa and Hirschfield were tying themselves up down court. Now reassuming the play as Hasegawa will inbound. Volleys it. And Hashimoto able to take it in triple coverage. Whitehead reaching in heavy on him, but able to get it to Shimakawa. Medell on him. Nice pick from Hasegawa, opening up a lane. Now to the middle. They do get it over center. A slow bouncer. Ogawa able to take it in. And someone is down.
Shimakawa is down. I just want to point out that was a great bump into triple coverage there by Hasegawa. Very confident move by him.
Yes, there you do see a lot of confidence in very tight spaces in this game. That's one of the things that amazes me the most. I don't know how I'd have the ice in my veins that all these players do, that's for sure.
When you're out there, you kind of get into the flow of things and you don't really, you're just confident you can do it, right? It's a little bit different when you're sitting on the sidelines watching.
Yeah, exactly. Overthinking is the enemy in all sports. You just have to rely on instinct and talent. We are set to get underway here, I think, as we're getting a little bit of equipment on Ogawa. Seems to be good to go, and Japanese possession from the sidelines. Ogawa. Shimakawa slowly operating and surveying the situation, making sure his teammates are set up the way he likes. Driving wide around the outside. Hirschfield looking to stop him, goes into the middle. Hashimoto forced to reach for that, but he does a good job.
Yeah, nice work on the key offense there by Team Japan, and we have a tie-try game again.
Whitehead into the middle, great pass to Medell, knocks it to himself a couple times, now fields it down and scores.
2:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Score is 48-47 for Team Canada.
Ogawa looking for an option. Finds it in Shimakawa, cuts to the middle nicely there, and drives wide around a pick. Good job by Hashimoto there to provide him a lane.
Yeah, Rodriguez unable to get in Shimakawa's way. Force him to have to change direction to get some help from his teammates.
2:05 to go, tie game, fourth quarter. Hirschfield tossed it to Medell, but Team Japan was able to get in the way. And now they do convert on that as Shimakawa at the business end gives Japan a one-score lead.
Yeah, I don't think Hirschfield could tell that Ogawa had got his front end into Medell's wing there, and Medell wasn't able to move to receive that pass. And now Japan is leading by one as Medell backs his way over half.
Does so neatly. He's got Whitehead with him, as well as Hirschfield. Decides to bulldoze his way through. Tie game again. Team Japan in possession. Canada does have one player's timeout left. Fourth quarter of the gold medal game here. Things really amping up here at the Richmond Olympic Oval. As Shimakawa the other way. Wheels all the way himself. Hasn't started eating the clock yet, has Team Japan. They do have a 1-point lead here. 1:41 to go. Every possession magnified here. Whitehead taking it off the inbound, looking above, trying to find Medell. Decides not to use him right away. Instead using the pick to drive wide. Ogawa contact him hard. He does stay in field of play here. Bounces the ball now in double coverage. Forces slow up. Goes behind his back neatly to Medell with a pump fake just outside the triple point line. gets around Hashimoto and scores. 1:20 to go, tie game. Team Japan in possession.
I wasn't able to see how close Mike was there to being out of bounds after the contact from the Japanese defender, but I mean, his wheel almost hit our table, so it must have been pretty close.
Any closer, I think he would have been out, that's for sure.
Yeah, he would have been broadcasting the game with us if it was any closer.
Triple team there on Shimakawa. Great pass, though, over to Hashimoto, who's just going to wheel in aggressively here. 1:02 to go. Japan up by 1. 51-50.
Yeah,
Medell.
Nice job by Hashimoto there to move his body to be able to secure that pass as it was coming in at an interesting trajectory.
Great speed. Medell contacted hard, swivels this way and that, but is able to stay in his chair using his body effectively there.
Need to be careful with that type of contact right there on the try line. Don't want to be taking a flagrant foul at this point. And I haven't seen any flagrant fouls so far in this tournament.
Yeah.
So good job by all of these athletes for keeping it clean.
You could tell in the third and fourth quarter especially, a little bit of snarl has entered this game. Of course, with what's on the line, you got to expect that. Shimakawa back the other way.
So there is about 12 seconds in between the game clock and the try clock. Japan doesn't have any timeouts, so they will have to attempt to score, which will give Canada an opportunity to tie this game, depending on when and if Japan are able to score.
5 on the clock now. They're going to have to do it in a hurry. Medell trying to intercept it, but Hashimoto able to score. 13.6 on the clock. Japan up by 1. Canada's going to need to counter here. 12 seconds on the clock as Whitehead working it, trying to get over center here. Whitehead does make it over center. He hears the roar to the crowd as he's trying to tie it up. Gets it to Medell with 3 to go. Can he power his way through? Not right now. And they're not able to do it, I don't think, or are they?
The referee called it a try, so
they
tied
do.
It up with as time expires on the clock. What a great end to this game, and we'll get 3 more minutes.
Talking about making it, you can't make it any closer. That right there is the perfect definition, as the home team has tied the game with fractions of a second on the clock at him, and we will play on for gold here.
Yeah, I was too busy watching the ball. I didn't see. Maybe perhaps Shimakawa was actually knocked out of bounds before time expires as well, because he was lying on his back there.
Wait. Wow! 52-52 until the last half second. That was unbelievable. What a match, what a game. So it's overtime. 3 minutes of overtime that will start in about 2 minutes. But what a fantastic game from both teams, but so much speed, excitement, and Canada still has a chance to bring, to leave and to make sure that the gold medal stays in Canada. And look at the little one. She's Canada's #1 fan, and she's excited to cheer on Team Canada. She's cheering. Alors, Quel match pour l'équipe canadienne jusqu'à la dernière seconde. Vous avez vu, hein, Trevor Hirschfield, la passe de Zach Medell pour égaler la marque 52-52 contre le Japon. Alors, les 32 minutes de jeu sont complétées. On s'en va maintenant en temps supplémentaire, une période de 3 minutes. Alors, ça va être relativement rapide. Les 3 minutes doivent être complétées. Alors, ça va être l'équipe qui va avoir le plus de points, bien sûr, le plus d'essais qui vont remporter ce match. Alors, 1 minute avant de retourner. Alors, c'est beaucoup d'énergie, hein? Ça fait 4 jours que les 2 équipes jouent à temps plein et il reste encore 3 minutes. Alors, c'est les 3 minutes les plus importantes du tournoi. So let's go back to the court for an overtime 3 minutes. It will be the team with the most try that finish the 3 minutes that's going to win. So it's not the one that score first. It's we need to complete the 3 minutes of overtime. So go Canada. A couple more minutes before the end of this gold medal game.
Canada energizing themselves as well. Boy, we're in for a finish here. As Medell, Ike ready for the tip-off. The 2 big horses for either side.
Got to give the edge to Ike in this situation.
Yeah,
he does look like he's, I don't know, 3 or 4 inches higher than Medell.
Got those long limbs, they both do, but someone needs a new wheel here before we get underway, and I think it is Medell. He'll have that done, so a little bit of a false start off the draw. Both teams Discussing the strategy before they start here. 52 apiece. And we are ready to go now here.
Medell just concedes the tip-off.
And what's the purpose in doing that?
He probably didn't think he could win.
Yeah. EK now has the ball on the offensive end. Hirschfield's not going to be able to stop him, so he takes that in for the try there. 13 seconds into overtime, giving Japan the 1-point lead, 53-52. Whitehead now, pump fakes and goes to Medell. Turns off with it and back to the middle. Good job of Ikezaki to stay with him. Whitehead gives him a bit of a pick, but doesn't do much for him. Now over center, finds Hirschfield in backcourt, has to go backwards. And again to Whitehead in the middle. Shut off there, forced to stop up and aggressively swatted at by Ikezaki. Medell back to help him, gets the ball. Ike in his back pocket here. Advancing forward is Medell. And he will find a route.
Yeah, big hole opened up on the far side of the key from us as Medell is able to tie this game at 53 with 2:19 into the first overtime period here.
Ike, great pass to Ikezaki. Medell hangs his head as he knows he's not going to be able to catch him.
Yeah, great pass by Ike to Ikezaki, and they've been doing that since 2013 on a regular basis.
Hirschfield to Whitehead. Looks off his man, finds a route and finds Medell. Doesn't have much motion going for him now as he slowly works over center. Spinning back and bouncing the ball. Waiting for something to open up, and again it's that middle route. Good job of Canada to open that up for him.
Yeah, nice job by Rodriguez to get a chair on Ike, and Medell really could have gone either way in that situation.
Palming the ball down is Ike. Now he scoops it ahead to Ikezaki. Those two working their great chemistry right off the hop in overtime a couple times already.
Yeah, Canada's going to have to find a way to stay in between Ikezaki and their goal if they're going to stop that combination from happening between those two athletes.
Hirschfield set to inbound. He needs someone to come back and help him out. Actually, Medell just receives it down court a bit. Triple coverage, able to beat it, find Whitehead. He just ducks, anticipating some contact, and then ultimately takes it over the line. 1:43 to go.
Yeah, once Medell starts pushing with that ball, he drew all the Japanese defenders towards him, and Whitehead was able to break ahead and receive the pass.
Kabatani, Ikezaki. Spinning off Medell. Kabatani trying to get him a pick, but can't stop Medell here.
Japan's in trouble. They're going to have to use a timeout.
Yes, indeed they are. That is a huge play there by Canada, forcing them to use their last timeout. And at each overtime, they are replenished, just to clarify. So if this goes to 2 overtimes, you get another timeout additionally for the second overtime?
Yeah, if it goes to overtime again, yes, Japan will get another timeout. And I think this is a big play for Canada. Obviously, it doesn't result in a turnover at this point. But now that's going to limit Japan's opportunity to control the ball at the end of the overtime, and considering they're scoring to take the lead, that is huge for Canada.
It definitely forces their hand a little bit more, especially in the intensity of overtime and what's at stake here. Shimakawa gets a nice pick from Hashimoto, doesn't decide to take the route. Sounded like air might have come out of someone's tire, I'm not entirely sure though. Shimakawa working off Medell, gets a bit of a countdown. There's 7 seconds on the clock. Is he low? What a catch there by Hashimoto. He almost leapt out of his chair.
Wow, I didn't think that was going to happen. Nice job by Hashimoto.
What a play that one was. We'll get a replay of that now. Shimakawa looking over. He knows the time's counting down. Lobs it back court, and look at this catch by Hashimoto. Leaps out of his chair. His chair actually left the ground. But Canada back in possession over court. It's Medell authoritatively through the middle. 53 to go. He's shut off in a logjam, but finds his way through and ties the game back up.
Yeah, while we were looking at the replay there, Canada did struggle a little bit to get that ball over half, but ultimately were able to do so and score the try. And looks like there's about a 10-second difference between the try clock and the shot clock.
Hashimoto lobs it up into space. Sorry, Adam, and that almost was a turnover. But Japan able to recover possession.
Canada has to be very careful about taking penalties right now. What they don't want to do is give Japan a new shot try clock. There's 33 and a half seconds left in the overtime period and 24 seconds left on the try clock. So Canada I don't want to say wants to concede the goal because then they'd have to score with 9 seconds, but what they don't want to do is kick a penalty and allow Japan to control the end of that overtime period here.
It is Japan inbound. Ogawa to Shimakawa. Hashimoto trying to help out with a hit there. Shimakawa turning back the other way, now driving wide side. Getting a countdown here, 10 seconds on the shot clock, 17 on the game, and a great pass over to the far side again. This time Ogawa, the recipient, he converts. Canada has 17.1 to go.
Yeah, lots of time for Canada to tie this game up.
Whitehead off the inbound. Medell providing a pick. Whitehead trying to work his way out. There's purpose in his stride here. Gets it to Medell, who has to reach back. 5 seconds to go. Looks like he's going to be able to do it here. Not right away.
Great defensive play by Shimakawa to knock Hirschfield through the goal just before Medell scores the try, and that will seal Canada's fate.
Yeah, it was a great play there by Team Japan, unfortunately knocking Medell into Hirschfield, forcing him out of bounds. And that'll be a sour taste in at least the Canadians' mouth at the end of this event here, as Team Japan will take it, but you got to give them a lot of credit for the way they've played to be able to come out on top and take the gold here.
Yeah, congratulations for Team Japan and Team Canada. It was a great game. It could have been won by either team. And at the end of the day, it boiled down to one great play by the veteran Shimakawa, who knocks the other veteran Hirschfield through the goal.
Obviously a sour taste in the Canadians' mouth, but nothing to be disappointed as they get a round of applause from their home Canadian fans. And I'm sure maybe not in the next couple of days, but eventually in the future, this will be a good experience for the Canadian team, and they'll be able to draw on a lot of positives here.
I don't think either team is going to be hanging their head low this evening, and looking forward to the future competitions and ultimately World Championships in a few months.
As the two now exchange pleasantries, you mentioned this is kind of the dress rehearsal for Worlds, which will be in Denmark this year. The fans here at the Richmond Olympic Oval were treated to a great game today. I just want to say one more time, the terrific event that's been put on by each member of the staff here, the volunteers, and everyone who does such a great job in putting this together. For Frost, I'm Colin Emerson saying good night and thank you.
So a tough loss for Canada, 57-56 in overtime. But what a game, what a fantastic tournament also. Undefeated in the round robin, so close for that gold medal, but it's another 4th silver medal at the Canada Cup after coming second in 2010, 2012, and 2014. We have co-captain Trevor Hirschfield with us, number 10. Trevor, tough game. Silver.
Tough loss, couple late turnovers, and Japan made a play there at the end of the game. So congrats to them. I guess that's why they're the number 2 team in the world. And great effort by our guys. It's nice to see that we're right in there right now and playing a tight game against Japan, especially with World Championships just around the corner. So hats off to the guys. Great week, and we'll build on this from here.
Tell us a little bit, what was the difference between yesterday's game and today's game?
Maybe yesterday's game didn't mean anything. We were both in the finals, and Japan got off to a slow start, which is uncharacteristic for them. They're really good aerial team, so to see them drop a few passes short early and have to use the timeout, they got behind early, and we're a team that feeds off that, so we were able to put the foot on the gas and extend our lead early and kind of carry that throughout the game. Obviously today is more of the Japanese team we're used to, where they're fast and their aerial game's good and they hit hard. So tough loss for us, but we were right in it till the end. So hats off to our guys, and thanks to all the fans out here. It was a great game.
As a co-captain, are you proud of the team? Lots of learning this week leading up to Worlds?
Of course. We have a lot of veteran guys, but we also have a lot of guys who haven't been around that long. So to watch them develop, and again, to play against Japan as tight as we did throughout the whole game, it's great to see.
Congratulations, Trevor. Be proud, get that silver medal, and we will see you again at Worlds in October.
Thank you very much, Ben.
Good job. Alors, Trevor qui remporte une médaille d'argent, le co-capitaine, une excellente performance pour l'équipe Canada. Défaite crève-cœur en prolongation, 57-56. Mais c'était l'équipe qu'on est habitué de voir, l'équipe bien sûr japonaise qui est l'une des meilleures au monde, bien sûr, depuis quelques années. But this is it, Canada, for the Canada Cup. A fourth silver medal in 9th edition for Canada after coming second with the silver in 2010, 2012, 2014. Canada wins silver at the 2022 Canada Cup and a gold medal for Japan and a bronze for Denmark. The medal ceremony will be in a few minutes. I believe this is it for us, but the Super Series will be back from June 12 to the 18 with the Para Swimming World Championships in Madeira, Portugal, where swimming phenom, swimming legend, superstar Aurélie Rivard will be in action in many events for Team Canada. And of course, Danielle Doris, Katarina Roxon, Nicolas Guiturbide will be at the pool for Canada, trying to bring more medals home at the World Championships. Thank you for watching. Go Canada, and we will see you again soon.